Hey there, it's Chuck with MTG The Journey and RogueDeckBuilder.com, and I am once again playing the Devotion to Pyxis deck, and this does seem keepable, so we will not mulligan to 6 cards. Hopefully we draw into our 4th land here. That would be fantastic at this point. We do not have our Pyxis of Pandemonium in here yet, but we do have our Nykthos there, so that seems like it's going to do pretty well. And right now we have our second turn Blood Scrivener that we can play here, and it looks like we're probably against a green-red monsters deck, or maybe Nea. But we have 2 Desecration Demons once we hit our 4th turn here, so that's going to be pretty good. A Disciple of Phoenix right after that for just a whole crap ton of... there's our Pyxis too, so... I think we play our Pyxis next turn. I think we'll just go ahead and throw out our Blood Scrivener this turn. And go ahead and pass the turn back. This next turn we don't have a play unless we draw a 3-drop here. So that's fine with me to go ahead and do it that way, because then we have our Desecration Demon, another Desecration Demon, and then a Disciple right after that. And that gets our Nykthos pretty huge. So we'll see what comes out here. He's stuck on 2 lands. So he's got a Domri. He's going to +1 his Domri here. And we do have a Mogus's Marauder, which is interesting, because we could hit him for 4 this turn right at Domri. I think that's the play. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and do here and here. And we're going to go ahead and swing both of these at Domri, because I don't really like Domri being there. So we'll go ahead and get rid of Domri this turn. He might have another one, but we'll see. But we'll go ahead and get rid of Domri this turn. Next turn we've got Desecration Demon. Seems really good. Sylvan Carry added, okay. Another Voyaging Satyr. Oh, if we could only hit a Bile-Blight here, that would be fantastic. So we have a Nykthos. Go ahead and just add 1. Now we're up to 4 Devotion. Probably should have done Disciple there to get rid of whatever his best card was. So we could try to swing with both here. He's going to block 1, but he could block my Blood Scrivener here with his Voyaging Satyr. Either way, his Voyaging Satyr dies if he blocks. Am I okay with making that trade? I think I am. So he either takes 4 damage here, or takes 2 damage here, or loses his Voyaging Satyr. Is that worth it, though, at this point? That's the question. I think I don't. I think I just leave it. I think I just say go ahead here. He's got tons of mana available here, though. And next turn we can activate our Nykthos to cast Pyxis, and then cast out our other Nykthos to still be able to cast our Disciple here. Because I really want to see what he's got in his hand. So we're waiting on him to decide here. And we do have a lot of options here at this point with having the Nykthos and all these on the field, because I don't think he's got a ton of removal at this point. I mean, I have a Amizium Mortars, but it doesn't get rid of Desecration Demons, so he's going to have to start sacking stuff or taking huge amounts of damage here. Which maybe it is better to just... No, it's better to do the Disciple this turn. Because that's going to get rid of something in his hand. Thinking maybe a Stormbreath Dragon comes out here. Not really sure. Maybe Domri? Maybe he's got another Domri? It's interesting. He's got 3 tapped. So, I don't really know what his avenue of play is here. Doesn't seem like so far he's drawn into any of his big creatures, or he probably would have played them by now. So he might have just drawn 1, maybe? Maybe he's trying to figure out what he's playing here. I'm not really sure. 4. What does he got going on here? He's got 2 green, 1 green, 2 red, tapped here. 2 red, 1 green. Xenagos, maybe? Is that what's going on here? Our Rebels? I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss right now for what he's doing. He's taking a long time to think about whatever he is that he's doing, so... So he played a land, so one of his cards in his hand was a land there. But he's definitely trying to cast something here. But what is the key? So definitely we're going to get the Pyxis out next turn, and probably Disciple. And actually, can we cast both the Desecration and the Disciple on the same turn? So we've got 4. So we paid 2 to add 4, and we have the 5th one. And then we play the Nykthos again. To add another 4, 5. So we only have 7 available, so no, we can't do that. Unless we draw a land this turn? No, then we can't play the other Nykthos. So yeah, I think we stuff that one in the bag for next turn. If we need to cast a ton to activate something. Or to cast something like Aberrant Overlord next turn. Which would pretty much get us there if we drew Aberrant Overlord. But he is taking a long time to figure out Domri Raid. So what's he gonna do here? +1 to try to find something? So he doesn't find a creature. So it seems like he's running out of creatures here. Seems like he's getting a little bit land flooded. Unless this last thing that he casts right here is a creature, which at least looks like it might be. Looks like Stormbreath Dragon. Nope, Xenagos. Ugh. Seems nasty. So we have another Disciple, which does nothing at this point. At this point, I want to cast the other Desecration Dragon because it seems like that's the play here. Because Disciple doesn't net us anything because he has no cards in hand. So we're going to add 4 black, cast our Desecration Demon here, and go ahead and Pyxis. That probably might actually help him out because he didn't find a creature, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was a land either. And we'll go ahead and enter combat here to see if what he sacks to tap down something. I think he has to sack something here. Yeah, he does. So he's got... He can block one of these, but I still feel like we have to attack Domri here. So he'll block one of them here with this Sylvan Carry added. So Domri goes down to 2. So he's probably going to put another Satyr token out here so he can just keep tapping down the demons. A Grey Merchant here would be just nasty for him. So he gets another Voyaging Satyr. Bile-Blight here would just be a blowout if I had Bile-Blight in my main board. So he will go ahead and cast his Voyaging Satyr here, which is fine. And what else has he got coming down here? Sylvan Primordial, so he's probably going to just take out Nykthos, which is fine. Or he'll probably take out the Pyxis, to be honest with you. No, he takes out the Nykthos, that's fine. We have another one we can play. And we hit a Nightveil Spectre. So we've got 4, 5, 6 Devotion here that we can use. So we'll go ahead and add to 6. We need 7 to cast both, which is fine. So we'll go ahead and Disciple. He doesn't have any cards to reveal, so it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have any cards in hand. And we'll throw out our Nightveil Spectre here as well. And Sylvan Primordial is pretty nasty. So we'll see if he wants to sacrifice to tap him down again. Probably will. Maybe not. So he's going to make that one an 8-8 because he's not worried about my 6-6 here. Which I think is fine. I think we just leave the board state the way it is. Exile some more cards. I'll go ahead and end here. Hopefully he just hits a land this turn. Mogus's Marauder would be nice here. He's just going to fight these two. Should have seen that coming. Arbor Colossus, another reach. And he's going to destroy my other demon. Well, that stinks. That really limits what we can do here. Just another swamp is not really going to do anything. So let's see if we can hit a gray merchant off this thing here. We'll add devotion to black. That adds 7. We're just going to go ahead and sack this and see what we get here. Another Nightvale Spectre, and he gets a Polakonos. And a Garrick. Yep, we're done. We are definitely done. That was horrible. He's just got us like crazy right now. And here we just get outgunned. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, even if I hit a Mogus's Marauder at this point, it's only 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11 damage that I can do. And he can just monstrous Polakonos here for like 1,000,000,000 and wipe my whole board here. And that's lethal this turn. So yeah, unfortunately that worked out way worse for us than what we could have anticipated there. So I think the hero's downfalls come in because he's got so many creatures here. Maybe an archetype? I think that's all we bring in. We'll ditch one Pyxis here. Ditch one of these Read the Bones. Gotta get rid of two more things here. The Disciple of Phoenix was actually pretty nice. Gray Merchant would have been really nice to see. I feel like we can ditch one of those. I don't think it's going to make that big of a deal. And maybe Returned Centaur here. And we'll go ahead and submit this and see what we do here. I don't really know. We'll see what happens. If we can get rid of his Domries, it seems like we have a better chance, because he can just fight our Arbor Colossuses and things like that with Arbor Colossus and just knock out our demons and anything big. If we could have hit a Gray Merchant or another Mogus's Marauder somewhere in there, then that would have been a little bit better for us, I think. Or even hit the Aberrant Overlord. That would have been pretty nice. If we'd have hit Aberrant Overlord, I would have given us 1 billion flyers. So that would have been well worth it. So, unfortunately, we just didn't hit any of the things that could have possibly kept us in that game. So yes, we will play first. I don't think this is keepable with one land. Absolutely not. We will mulligan to this. This is better. We'll keep this. And go ahead and see what he's got turn 1 here. Just a forest with an Elvish Mystic, so his ramp's already there. There's our Gray Merchant. So he's probably got Mountain Domry this turn. Yep. That seems good. No creature. So I think we just go ahead and hope we draw our land next turn. Get rid of Domry here. We might even have another one. It's not uncommon, I've seen that plenty of times. He'll hit us for 1 here. So we did hit it, that's fine. We'll go ahead and throw out our Desecration Demon here. And see what he comes up with here. We have our Whip next turn. Or an Insatiable Harpy. Another Arbor Colossus here. Ugh. That's nasty. So we can hit him for 4 here, or we can just throw out our Insatiable Harpy here and hit him for 6 next turn. I think the play here is actually just to do Whip. And offer him the trade, I think. See if he wants to trade here. I'm perfectly fine with the trade. He'll take it, and I'll go to 25. I'm fine with that. You gonna monstrous it and just destroy? Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully we hit another downfall here and we can get rid of that thing, otherwise our lives are gonna get pretty complicated here. No, doesn't attack. Alright. No, because then I can bring back my Desecration Demon, that's why. So I think we just throw out Insatiable Harpy here and pass turn. We have a blocker just in case he decides to swing with his Arbor Colossus here. Courser of Crufix. That card is super good. He's got a Polakranos next turn. And he'll gain a life for each one of them. So that puts him up to 14 here. He'll end. So I guess we just Grave Merchant here for 6. And say go ahead. I think that's the route of play here. Another land in Amogus' Marauder here would be fantastic. And the land being a Nykthos would be even better. Because then we would bring back Desecration Demon, cast Amogus' Marauder, and win. Although just another Grey Merchant finishes him off here. He's going to Mizium Mortars, Overloaded. That's fine. I think I'm okay with that. As we have another Desecration Demon here. I actually think we just bring back our first Desecration Demon, get him down to 2. But he can just tap it down. He can sack to tap it, that's fine. Polychronos comes out here probably. And Domri, ugh. So yeah, he hits just about everything he needs to just finish us off here. And that's not going to do it. So we got that, and then we can throw out Blood Scrivener here. And he can just tap that down by sacking something. Probably one of his coursers. Oh man. He just has the nuts. And then he'll just tap it down. He'll sack something to tap it and just swing. So yeah, disappointing, but that's what happens. So So there you have it. It's probably all I'm gonna do for this series here on this deck. Not as cool as what I thought it was gonna be, but would love definitely to hear some more from the community on what might be better, what might be worse, what might make it faster, some different creatures that we might be able to play just to hold us in there for longer. Would definitely like to hear some opinions from people on what they think uh, might be better or worse than that, and it may just not even be really viable. But yeah, so definitely feel free to leave some comments or let us know what you think. But this has been Chuck with MTG The Journey and RogueDeckBuilder.com, and thanks for watching.